Cock. Why did you never tell me when you recorded? Like you want me to get arrested.
You see what?
Like she wants me to get arrested.
I put an adult warning on all of the publications that go out. Adult language and Terry. Adult content. And
Oh dear.
welcome, viewer. Welcome, Kev. You knew what you were letting yourself in for.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the entertainment, isn't it?
Allegedly.
Welcome, viewer. This episode, Audits Do, Why Don't You? Charge What You're Worth. We do have the next one booked for the 3rd of June at 6 p.m. Topic to be announced by Terry when he's ready.
You find it looking out the window.
He will, which is strangely towards
Spiders on bins.
spiders and pins.
There's something to do with cocks, isn't it?
Dear.
I don't even know if we got that on. It may not be there, in which case we're going to be doing the male bird variety of chickens. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Why don't you charge what you're worth? Ian?
Good question. Because we're part of a market.
Yeah. I've done some things.
We knew you had.
I can't rely on you two, can I?
Well, no.
No, of course not.
No, but then
Henry gets here and goes, what are we doing?
we've been doing them long enough that you know this
I
by
was in
now.
the garden.
And you keep inviting us back, so...
Oh, dear.
I do have some things because I think this it's an important topic, and I don't think it's you're yawning already. Was it something I said, or the fact that I had
No, but I was on holiday at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And I got pulled back in to this.
Yeah, well, you had to come home before the streetlights were on.
Oh, God. Go on, get your stuff. Get your stuff. Do your stuff, Fad. Blood.
Right. 1980. Who remembers what the price of a lesson was in 1980?
Have you done some research, have you? Like proper stuff?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going
£7.
for...
Oh, wow.
How much?
Yeah.
£7.
Between
£7.
Yeah, it says on there. Between
Where?
£7 and £10.
Really? No, 1980? No.
Okay.
I paid £9 in 1991. But you did do it cheap for us. Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Can you remember that far back?
Yeah, it's funny that I can remember that far back, but I can't remember if I put my trousers on this morning or not.
If they were yours.
The answer is yes, by the way.
Thankfully.
Yeah, I've been out all day, can you imagine?
Yeah, so £7 to £10 an hour in.
Wow.
How much did the test cost, Kev? How much did the test cost in 1980?
I think it was something like about £18, wasn't it? Something like that.
£7.
Was it?
Something £7.30, I think.
So basically, the test lesson price is the same price as the test.
Yeah, they used to copy. It used to keep track. Well,
Really?
A lesson was the same price as a test, more or less, until late 80s, early 90s.
So what should the average hour cost now?
£312.
£312.
£312. No, because I got it from a third party.
What?
£312's got my test from a third party. That's how much tests are. Thank you, Fiona. Morning.
Yeah, I was actually having a serious moment.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 62 quid. Yeah, man, can
Okay,
you
I
imagine?
mean, senior moment.
Yeah. Wow, 62 quid.
Mm.
Not far off.
Well, you're not. But there's
Why are you not?
well, um, I don't do learners anymore,
No,
so I don't have a learner price. It's not fair for me to do learners currently.
why not?
I missed them. I don't have. I have a very varied schedule with the other stuff I do, and
Yeah.
it feels unfair not to just be able to give someone this time per week.
Mhm.
You know,
Fair enough.
I missed them.
Wow.
I'm not-
62. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
very surprised at that.
Well, because I was trying to do some, and now I had a conversation with someone yesterday who said the prices in London are less than the prices that AI told me today. And I know we shouldn't trust AI, but it's a quick way to get some info. 35 to 40 pounds per hour.
In
London,
London.
apparently 40 to 50.
In London.
I think it depends. No, that was outside of London.
Uh-huh.
North and Scotland, 30 to 35. What do you reckon, Ian? Accurate or not?
Not in the part of Scotland I'm in. Well, it might be, but it's not what I charge.
Well, no, you two wouldn't, would you?
I still do learners.
Remember, well, yeah. Well, I like it. I do learners. I still do learners, but it's not on a regular basis because we get learners on the courses that we do. So it's not that I don't sit with
I do
them
1 day a week, and I'll look forward to it.
one day a week with learners. Yeah.
And I really look forward to it.
Yeah.
It's great.
What? Because
What are you rolling your eyes for?
the other thing is we've got the franchises, which also will make a difference because you two are indie. Kev, are you indie? Are you a franchise holder?
I'm on franchise at the moment, unfortunately. So
massive difference because you have less control, if not none.
yeah. So and moving up here 2 years ago, I didn't realise the geography of the place as well. It's just so vast that the dead mileage is crippling.
Oh wow, I hadn't thought of that.
So
moving is one thing, changing your career and moving that's a difficult.
yeah. So I sort of done my homework and I thought, right, well, this is the area I want to work in.
Yeah.
And there's some really the main operator up here. And about 4 or 5 years ago, he went out to sort of near enough squash every single independent. So unless you're with a franchise up here, you're going to struggle.
Wow, is that what do they call that? There's a name for it. Hang on, different piece of paper. Race to the bottom. That pricing kind of war that happens, where the franchises keep because they can get bums on seats, and the losses often come from the ADIs. So they do cheap offers. The ADIs subsidise those cheap offers for bums on seats. Was it that sort of thing you mean?
Yeah, and also that there's, I think there's a shift now in with what's going on with the test dates, and I don't know anybody sort of agrees or sees the difference in some of the learners that are arriving. They've got sort of a bit. They seem to be able to judge how long they're going to take to learn. So you're always trying to defend yourself, especially with a franchise. They seem to have come in with a test date, and it's your ability that has to get them there. And then if they've got no part in it when they play the biggest part. So So being a franchise is not great at the moment, but I'm glad it's coming to an end.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that does make a massive difference. At some point today, I'd like to kind of focus on what people can do, because there seems to be a lot of anxiety or worry about leaving a franchise. But according to the maths, you do leave your franchise, you give yourself a pay rise of I wish I hadn't written it on 2 pages. No, I've lost it. It's like £1,200 a year. 12,000.
How much?
12,000 a year. And so on
Anyways.
average, an average franchise, £235 a week with a car.
Oh, with car.
Well, there's too many variables. There's with a car, there are too many variables. So is £80 a week for fuel a fair guess for the average person?
I would say so. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be big for you because you.
Yeah, my with the fuel cost that's gone up, it's added another £35 a week.
And you've got, the mileage on your car is, which also when you have higher mileage like that, then you have higher premiums potentially on your insurance.
Yeah, and then service costs.
Yeah.
And the way you buy a car. So when I was in Hemel, close to Terry, my average lesson was probably no more than about 12 miles, roughly, working in St Albans. My average lesson now, mileage, is 30 miles because we've got to cover so much distance.
Yeah.
So,
but these are all the things that it's different for every single ADI, PDI, or whoever it is, and it makes a massive difference. So I kind of worked it out. So if we're paying sort of £19 a week for our insurance, adding it up, and I did a kind of guesstimate, because the longer you've been an ADI, your insurance can be £400-600. There's a lot of people where it's a couple of grand, isn't it? It just depends on crash history, age, and all the rest of it. So 20 quid a week, £80 on fuel, £235 a week. It's like best part of with everything else, is car washes and things. So let's say £360 a week. Before people start making any money, they got to make that.
Yeah. And the trend is now is the prices need to come down. They're not going up. They're going down. We've got a lot round in this area that the only way they're trying to get into the market is reduce the price.
Yeah. I mean, it's depressing when you think about it.
And the learners I don't know if it's me that's changed or the age of the learner. I feel it's the students are just a different dynamic now.
Well, I think there are remnants of things like COVID which will affect people, and interactions and communication and things. So there are loads of factors involved in all of this. But it's not very chirpy at the moment. The viewer has switched off. But isn't it interesting if you think about it? Then our lesson prices for what I worked it out. AI worked it out 3.7 times higher lesson prices than 1980. So that's £7 to £10 an hour. So for now, 3.7 times higher for lesson prices. The test is 8.5 times higher.
And the costs, where do they come in? How do we value the cost?
Well, if we charged £85 per hour, if it had stayed in line with the driving test, we would be charging on average £85 an hour.
And with what the DVSA and the students want, they want more than an instructor now. They want coaches, and if we're spending money to elevate our standards, where do we put that in on a lesson price?
Well, but these are the things that could come out. You know, this is about where we need to think about what we do well. So at some point towards the end, I would like to be doing that as well, talking about what, you know, what will keep our people in our driver's seat rather than someone else's driver's seat. Come on then, Ian, what are your thoughts? You will have been mulling over what's been said so far.
Oh, I mull a lot. It's an expensive business to get into, and it's an expensive business to stay in. Yeah, and I think your reputation is the only shield you've got.
Yeah.
And I think this sounds daft, but I think the reputation that you want to cultivate is as perhaps more customer service than test success.
Yeah.
Because if your customers enjoy how you're doing the lessons with them, that's going to generate stronger, better leads for you.
Yeah.
So I think I know what I've said doesn't make sense to everybody.
Just to me.
But I think if you can start with, it's a theme we've come back to time and time again on these. It's stepping away from the focus of the test.
Yep.
And making it real world driving experiences.
So we shouldn't have pass rates, we should have stay rates.
Satisfaction.
People staying with you from start to finish.
Yeah. Or, you know, a satisfaction survey.
Yeah. Oh, that's a brave person that's going to offer that out, a satisfaction survey. But if you're fairly confident with your what you offer your people, you shouldn't be worried about the the replies or the interesting. Terry?
Yeah, very interesting. Check your phones, you two. No, I think Ian's absolutely right. It's up to us to show, you know, the reason that they don't go down the road for a driving lesson is £5 cheaper is because what we offer is more than £5 better than Jim Bob down the road. So I think, you know, I know it's a race. It's going to turn into a race to the bottom soon with the amount of people coming onto the register and qualifying. And absolutely, it's just a cycle, isn't it? Happens every whatever many years. And there will be those that will be in a quick race to the bottom because that's easier for them to try and improve what they deliver or give more value. And as just happened before, those people won't have any longevity in the business, and the numbers will drop again, and it'll go back to the norm, and those that are still here will put the prices back up again, and it'll just, you know, it's an ongoing cycle like most things in life. But it's times like these when people, not these yet, but what I anticipate it might be in the next year or two, people will look for value rather than price, because people don't buy on price. I think the stat is about 20% of people will buy on price alone. And you just have to look at a high street as proof of that. Not everyone buys the cheapest car. Not everyone eats in McDonald's. People look for value in hard times. So those who are offering value, and that doesn't mean cheap, I think will be the ones that continue to thrive.
That's difficult in a profession like ours, which is severely undervalued by the general populace.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Then it's how you market yourself. It's like you said, your satisfaction of your customers, Ian. If you want to charge what you think you're worth, you need to prove your worth. People aren't going to take it on because you said so.
Yeah.
But it's the other outside factors as well, Terry, isn't it? I mean, they're saying now there's an average of 24 weeks you've got to wait for a test. And if you're an independent, you're struggling on that end where somebody goes, I want a driving lesson now. I don't need to know who you are and what you are. I just need a driving instructor, because it's time related as well now, isn't it?
Don't get what you mean, Cass. You mean they've waited to get a test first and then find an instructor?
Yeah. If you're struggling to balance your lessons out with your theory test and your driving test, even though you might want to go with somebody that your sister or brother went to, or somebody who advises you, hey, look, this guy's good, it tends to lead to the fact that who's available.
But why wouldn't you be available?
For the simple reason that we can't get rid of students as well as we used to. The timing's gone.
Okay, but also might be you're not available because you've got a full diary and your people value your...
I think it's a struggle to keep a full diary now, because if people are, I mean, I'm just saying generally where I'm at now, being out there, I've had two today that have decided that because they can't get a test till November, they're going to stop lessons.
Yeah.
It's not advisable, and we're not even ready. But you can't convince them the fact that stopping now is not a great idea. But they can foresee the future. They can say, well, I'm going to resume again in August.
Yeah. And hope you've got slots.
And if you haven't, they're not worried. They move to the person who has.
But that's not about how much you charge or what value you give to your students.
Well,
if you haven't got slots still in whatever, the September whatever, then that must mean you're doing something right and you're priced at the value of your lessons.
Yeah.
So in that case, because we can't control what other people do, we have to just let them. You can be supportive, you can give the information and just let them, as long as you've got someone else to fill that gap. And then you can say, I'll try and help if I can. It's up to you. And it has to be that way.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes when we can't control something, we just have to let it go.
That's it. Yeah. It's not.
I think let it go.
It's no good pulling against it. You just might as well just
exactly let it go, but then focus on the other things that are going well. Because I think we as an industry, because we work with this, we can get over focused on one thing. It's how somebody feels about us, and it's not personal.
No.
They, I just think back to when I was younger. November was like a lifetime away. As a younger person, time was different. So I totally get it. I totally get it. But it's keeping in touch. How's it going? Have you remembered the this or the that? You know, just say, is it okay if I send a couple of text messages? And you do that kind of keeping people interested in you.
Yeah.
And just say, have you remembered which lane you need to use for, do you know, just anything.
Yeah, it's yeah.
But there are those sort of keeping in contact things which develops that relationship, so they don't just forget you and forget your worth, because you actually become more valuable because you keep in touch and you do that kind of support.
It just generally makes your structure of your day a little bit harder, because you've got to put a bit more in to do exactly what you just said. Or maybe say, look, can I slot you at the end of the day or the beginning of the day? Let's just do an hour. Let's just do an hour. Keep in touch. Don't lose it completely.
But
Find ways that,
then, like I say, you're just starting the struggle of, you know what I mean? You've got your expertise, but they haven't got your expertise. So these are the sort of things that, you know, this future focus and getting it more positive is where I'm hoping we're going to go to the end. Because at the moment and it is, and it can be, and it's really frightening, and I get that. I do get that. Because part of that also frightening thing is the price hoppers, the money hoppers, the deal hoppers. So thing is, my experience of that, and I don't know if you found it, when I've spoken to people about being worried about putting my prices up, and then I've done it, how many people leave?
No.
It's interesting, isn't it? And sometimes, you know, the price increase doesn't have to be a $5. It can be, I mean, and again, if you increase just a little bit, and I did the maths on that something. It's if you, what is it? I've got a mind map if anyone's interested. If you put it up £1 an hour and you've got 18 pupils, that's an extra £18, 18 to £35 ish, something like that per week extra. Do you see what I mean? And then you add it up for the month, and that's just a £1 increase. Are people going to go for a £1 increase? And then in a couple of months, you can say fuel prices have gone up again, going up another £1. You'll have turned over a few pupils in those months, and the other ones, if they're still around, it's £2 extra, and they'll have got used to it. Do you see what I mean? So sometimes the fear of losing people may not be legitimate. And do you want people who are going to hop anyway? Because they go as soon as there's a better price. Like you say, some areas have very competitive companies, and it can be hard for individuals.
As Terry said, it's just up and down. I think it's like any market, isn't it? You just got to be flexible and just go with the flow.
Go with the flow, but look at the other things you can do. The let it go thing is one aspect, but what can I do is another. Because you can go let it go and then do nothing, or you can let it go and think, well, what can I do? Because there are some simple changes. And if it feels like sending a message to a couple of your pausing pupils, if that feels like a big workload, then is it a big workload? Sending a question or two, you know, once a month. Do a once a month message the pupils day. I mean, they might call it, but if that means they come back to you and even recommend you, because what's that like if you get a message from somebody out of the blue just saying, have you thought about this? Or it was in the, you know, I don't know.
It's uplifting, isn't it? It's knowing that you're being cared for. Yeah.
There you go. So do you see what I mean? So it feels like you said it's an extra thing to do. And that will feel like that when we're in that kind of panic mode, the brain looks for patterns to fulfill that. But if you go, right, well, that's the feeling, but is it real? Because a feeling or a thought is just a passing thought. You've got loads of thoughts. Not all of them are true.
If any of them, if you talk
Yeah.
to Terry.
Well, wouldn't that be a scary thing if you had Terry's thoughts in your head?
Yeah.
See,
Be a little song, wouldn't it?
There's something else to be grateful for. So, but that's one of the tiny things that you can do, and it may encourage those people to come back, and it will also help you feel better because you're offering that extra, and that's what people come back for. They come back to those extra little nuggets of
The value they perceive.
yeah. So that tiny bit of effort, I think, can really, because I had people come back to me after years of breaks. I can't afford it at the moment. I've got to pay this debt, something that, this, something that. And they go, one person, she learned to drive over, I think, about 8 years. She had gaps and she just came back every time. So was it something I did? Not particularly, because I didn't message her in between. But
well, it must have been something you did for it to keep coming back, or how you did something.
Oh, we did loads of fun. We had loads of fun.
So
It was her with the inner Baz. She had an inner Baz. She had she named it. She had a specific kind of road rage. It was a real defensive thing, and we named it to tame it. It was
Okay.
so it's a. Do you see what I mean? But I think it was those sort of things, and and I think these are the sort of things that we can think about. How do you increase your value to the people you're with? Because why don't you charge what you're worth? You have to think about, well, what makes me brilliant? What makes me better than that one? And the things that you can do to make you better are things that you feel are valuable. I've known lots of instructors that send out handouts and visual things and things to read. I guilty secret. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have thought of that. But that's, does that make me bad? No, it just means my value sits somewhere else. Making up names of stupid inner parts of you. So, but when you hear what someone else classes as value, and some of their people will love that. Getting something to read when they get home. So does anyone else do that? I'll ask Ian. Ian, because there's no point in asking Terry this. No,
I'm
seriously.
always getting bullied.
Well, you respond so well to it. No, have you ever sent out those kind of things?
Yeah. If we discuss it when we're doing it, and often they'll say, "Can you email me that? Or can you send me that?"
Oh, I've done that.
And no issue at all. And then talking about stuff and sending them links for the stuff that you're talking about. People talk about homework and stuff like that. I've never been a fan of that. But if somebody's interested in something you've done, give them more information and more places to find out about it. But the other thing about infrequent but regular contact is they might have forgotten they're going to come back to driving. Other things get in the way. Other parts of their life take off, and they're thinking, "Oh, crumbs, I need to get on with this because my theory test's running out." So that can be another advantage to, even if it's just every couple of months. How you doing?
Let me know if you don't want messages.
Yeah.
The thing
Yeah.
is it's just dawned on me, if that was me as a young person and I hadn't had contact at all, I would turn it round like they don't want me to come back.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? I would, back then, even now, having the confidence to do that and approach somebody and risk rejection would be a real concern for me.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that's
Especially at that age.
yeah.
Mm.
So the race to the bottom is a thing. It's a scary plunge to go indie, depending on where you are. I was terrified of it. Did you start off independent, Terry?
No. Maybe after a year. 6 months with BSM, 6 months with AA, and thought, so this, yeah, go by myself.
Ian?
I was with the AA for a couple of years, and then I got a paid job as a driver trainer.
Paid.
Mm-hmm. Salaried, holiday pay, sick pay.
Nice.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
I left it years and years and years. Local franchise. Wonderful. Another Kevin, different Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely wonderful. I went to him and I said, I'd like to be a franchisee of yours, but I only want 2 hours a week. One lesson, 2 hours a week. All right. On a pink. I came to the industry from being long-term ill, so that's all I could manage, and to be sure that I could keep up. And he said, totally supportive. I think we should be careful of
Around here, Fiona.
Pardon?
Around here.
No, Essex.
Okay.
Ever so supportive. I don't know about saying names, but I was worried about going. I can't remember how many years it was, but I eventually left. But I think that was more because I was doing other things and it felt uncomfortable telling people with what I was doing at the time and saying, "Oh, I'm still paying a franchise." But I don't think I had many. I think I had more personal referrals than picking up from. Do you see what I mean? It's scary though. It was scary to me.
It's the old leap of faith, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that. It's
and
that,
again, if
that
that's
big step.
Yeah. And this is where, I mean, we say it very often. There's very little support or education when we're training to become driving instructors of how to support ourselves as a small business. It's atrocious, really. There's nothing there. You can hunt it down, but I think it's hard. You can go to places and find out.
Is that because most people train, want uni franchise, and don't want to give you the business skills? Otherwise, you'll leave.
I think that's an argument you can make quite successfully.
Well, I would, yeah. It's a shame, isn't it? The whole, I keep saying it, I'll say all the time, our industry needs to change. It needs to change from the inside out. It can't change from anywhere else. Because our examining body but that's all they do. They do our part 3s and the L tests and our standards checks, and that's it. That's all they need to do. It's not a requirement of theirs to help us with the other stuff. So it's down to us to help each other. Isn't it? Why we're sitting here being odd?
I think there's light at the end of the tunnel, though.
Show me.
Yeah. From where?
Well, I've noticed over the last couple of years, PDIs are getting younger.
Mm.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I'm training people who are 25 now. If they want to be in the profession until they retire for 30 years, they've got to keep ahead of the curve. You can't just maintain where you are now. You've got to invest in yourself for that kind of longevity. Whereas when we first started, when I started working as a salaried trainer, it was late middle-aged men who wanted a bit of income for the semi-retirement or retirement.
Absolutely. Yeah. Same and nice. Yeah. You're saying.
So there is light at the end of the tunnel. We're getting.
Well, that's one of the lights. Another light is there's a lot of trainers that have developed themselves and offer more to their people.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think I don't know why a lot of ADIs believe we can only do what the DVSA say we can do. Got nothing to do with them, how we develop ourselves and how we market ourselves and how we promote ourselves.
No.
They just set the rules we've got to follow professionally.
I've got a controversial thing to say then.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh, hang on, I'll sit up straight.
I'm scared to say it.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
Type it.
Let's send it to Terry. He can say it. If you want to change, you have to be worth more. But that doesn't mean pay for CPD, although there is value in that. But so if you want to charge more, you have to be worth more. That's the controversial.
Why is it controversial?
I wouldn't say that's controversial.
It's quite challenging, I thought.
It's common sense.
It is.
Yeah.
But the simple things are sending someone a text message every month just to say, if you know them, you can send a message about something that you know that they would forget or that they did well, or do you know what I mean? So you can really choose that. But do think about that value you give. So I'll tell you what, I could just pass it over. But what are the things that would put a new driver off from coming back to you and going somewhere else? You know, what would make someone... So why did my one come back to me after all those years?
Because you like what you did.
Yeah.
I think
You thought you
biggest
were
thing,
worth what you did. Sorry, Ian.
sorry, I think the biggest thing is how comfortable they feel getting things wrong with you.
Well, I think I'm always the first one to get things wrong. So I set the standard with the dreadful things that come out my mouth by mistake sometimes. So what if I was unreliable or I cancelled? How would that go down?
Well, you might still be on the list, but you wouldn't be number one on the list, would you? Or you may not be number one on the list.
I've not really understood why driving instructors would cancel. I understand the people with family, poorly family, you know, extra concerns, but that would be something you'd need to discuss with you in the first place. But I've never understood why the average driving instructor would cancel. Would
The same person regularly.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
really?
can give a reason.
Yeah. Well, don't. Yeah. Part of my mind mapping course is that kind of scenario. But can anyone else give me a reason? Because I know the cancellation thing is something I've heard from a lot of pupils. They kept cancelling me, and I'm sorry, just wondered what that was. Is it they cancel a 1 hour lesson for the 2 hour because they save money, or I don't. I'm just wondering why
What
would
do you mean cancel? There's instructors cancelling, you mean?
instructors cancelling? Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but see, I get that a lot in phone calls. Looking for an instructor, my instructor keeps cancelling.
Oh, is it
And
not?
it's, no, do they keep cancelling, or are you just difficult, or did they cancel once and you're seeing that as every time or twice?
Yeah.
So
Forming a
it's kind of pinch of salt time.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it can be that we can't fulfill what they want when they want to change their lesson.
Mm.
So we've cancelled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the perspective, isn't it?
Absolutely. What do you guys do when you're late? You're never late, Terry.
I'm never late. I was only late twice today.
Thank you.
3 times if you include coming here, because I forgot.
Yes. Yes, you were sitting in the garden.
Yeah, I was late both times today.
I use sure can't start without punch. If I'm late, I'll get to you. I'll try not to be late. But when you're traveling, you can't always get where you need to be in the time you've got.
I could misquote you on that. Ian said the show can't start without a punch.
I didn't say that. The sure can't start without punch. Whether that's alcoholic punch or the puppet punch, that's up to the individual. It's a puppet.
I know. But nobody knows the Punch and Judy reference anymore. So
Nobody knows the Morecambe and Wise references I use either, and it's quite makes me feel ancient.
Do you want to know something? Just reminded me of Ian.
What?
I was on the call to a call centre probably wasn't the other day at all now. And I said, "Can I take your name?" And I said, "Hi." But I was talking normally. I said, "Terry." And she said, "Jerry?" And I said, "No, Terry, as in Terry Wogan." Who?
Yeah. Don't you feel old when that happens?
Yeah. So from now on, I'm using Terry as in Terry's chocolate orange. It's not been dead that long. You've got no Terry Wogan. For God's sake.
Terry as in the chocolate orange is a good visual. Oh, I'm going to do a cartoon now. I've done a cartoon for ages. Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, God.
So
Say goodbye to Fiona, everyone. She won't be back for a while. She'll be in traction.
late and unreliable. So the late thing. I don't know what you guys did. I always give a bit more that lesson or the next one. I just put in. I didn't do that. I didn't miss. Has anyone else noticed occasionally you go past another driving instructor's car and you go, wow, because it looks really bad inside.
Was going too fast to look inside. I mean, yeah, not noticed that. No,
Really, I've seen loads of
inside
inside.
PDIs. Actually, there's some PDIs I've been in the back and thinking, I'd be embarrassed to have all this stuff in here. Why don't you put it in the boot?
Or in the bin.
Well, no, some of the stuff is like not bin worthy, but yeah, there's shopping bags and one had football boots, and it's like, seriously? Doesn't it embarrass you?
Yeah. Clean car. Do think about the quality of your lessons, and I don't think you need to do expensive anything. Obviously, CPD for, well, it's always been important for me. No, that's a lie. For the first 6 years, I did nothing. But then I was ready to punch my pupils, and it was horrible, and they didn't enjoy it, and neither did I. So it was only with the CPD that I became something that was valuable.
Brilliant.
Right. But I don't think CPD has to cost much. There's loads of people.
No, ours don't cost much, do they, Fiona?
Well,
Plug, 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 plug.
my 10-week program does cost much.
Oh, okay, but I'm sure it's worth it and great value.
That's 10 weeks.
It's
10
10
weeks, yeah.
It's 10 weeks. It's 2 hours a week.
I know people who haven't been married that long.
What, before the divorce? But I think, you know, that's a substantial investment. There are the smaller things that you can do. I mean, Terry, you got a finger in every pie. You just got loads of workshops. Ian still hasn't got any. Have you?
No.
Oh, I thought I was going to make a big announcement then.
I've got 2 new ones coming.
Yeah, good. We've got loads in June. Check them out.
Yeah.
Send me a DM. You're interested on my Facebook page. Kev's coming to the start of July, start of June.
You're going to give that a go.
Gonna give it a go. Gonna give it a go.
Which one are you doing, Kev?
Something to do with start. Yeah, I don't know.
He's doing the advanced
Terry.
coaching
Yeah.
one.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, that's a
Advanced coaching skills.
Yeah. Oh, that
Oh,
will make a difference.
will it?
Yeah.
Hasn't done yet.
You know, people are going to see this, Kev, right? I'm gonna kill him.
I'll tell you what, Kev. If you don't get what you want from Terry,
Yeah, I'm having a look at that mind mapping. Don't worry. Mainly to work Terry out.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to do feedback video the other day, just saying thank you to everybody, and I kept hearing it, and I kept like, you know, and you're just like,
Doing what?
I had to swallow. I was getting really emotional. I was just
Sorry?
trying to say thank you.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry. My mum went up on a direction.
Terry, I have no trouble swallowing. I have no anyway.
Well done, Terry. You've made us speechless.
Finally. Kev's gone.
I'm just trying to dig myself out of my very large.
I'd stop when you're in a hole.
Very large what?
I much prefer my holes. I think I got myself out of that one quite well. Up to date. The up-to-date stuff. Do keep up to date.
Dear.
Do your CPD. This is actually CPD. I don't know if anyone's thought about it.
I don't think anyone's still here. They're all gone.
I don't think so. Well, it was so depressing. Being up to date. What does being up to date, Ian, mean? What does being up to date mean, Ian?
Finger on the pulse, knowing what's going on.
No, that's nursing.
Keeping up to date means getting out the car and looking round and seeing what's changing when you're not.
Oh, that's a nice way to think of it. Yeah, read a few articles, read a few of those bits of.
Turn up at a conference. Go to a conference. I was at the Scottish ADI conference at the weekend, and it was great.
So
Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, I wondered if it would be nicer because it would be slightly smaller. Is it?
Yeah. Well, it was still sold out. It was a good turnout. Obviously, beautiful scenery. It's Scotland.
Where was it?
It was Scotland.
Does that mean you had some peace?
It was north of me. It was north of me. No, it was just south of Glasgow, I think.
Right.
So it was Glasgow side, and it was a lovely hotel, great speakers, and you coming out, I came away thinking, yeah, that was worth the effort of getting here and participating. I'm going away happy because I feel I've got something out of that. Couldn't tell you what I got out of it, but it felt right.
Yeah, I sometimes suddenly realize I haven't been. I haven't been because I didn't know it was coming, so I didn't book or didn't think about it. Right, here we go. A bit more. So think about what you can do. Have a look at yourself and your profession and be accountable. Think about the extra things you can do, because you can add things on your website, or I don't know, you can just talk to people, or even if it's your Facebook profile. If you offer support to the over 50s, if you offer support in theory to the neurodiverse groups, if you put those that you're willing to learn, you don't have to know everything, because there's too much to know about the neurodiverse people. But you just need to talk to the one, or communicate with the one that you do have, however you communicate, or however their preferences in communication are. The anxiety, there's a lot of people that put information about being, really good for nervous stroke people with anxiety. But also consider putting the LGBTQ plus friendly on your website and on your things, because the LGBTQ plus community needs support. And if you're happy with that, if you're uncomfortable with it, don't put it down. But you know what I mean? If somebody is concerned by sitting in the car and just being comfortable, if you've got that written on the side of your car, then they're more likely to come to you, aren't they? Just what I mean? And for some people, like I said, if you're uncomfortable with that, don't put it out there. If you're comfortable to learn, or if you're comfortable to sit with anybody who gets in your car, whatever their preferences are, then tell people. Be the one that people want to come and sit with. I think there's so many things that you can do. It doesn't have to be one thing or another. But there's the support, putting down the refresher lessons.
Take the leap.
Take the leap. Be the one that offers that extra personal touch. Not all about money for some people. Right, have you got a final thought, Terry?
Did you say it again? 'Cause I lost my mic then. Say again. Was that talking to me?
No, stop looking at your phone. Ian.
I'm not looking at my phone. Can you hear whistling noise?
Yeah, it's been going on the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like an old modem, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, okay. It wasn't just me. I just muted to see if it was.
I can't hear anything like that.
It's probably coming from Ian. So usually what happens with my past experience on Stupid Zoom. You can find out by muting Ian just for a second. Look, if I do mute, see, it's gone.
It's Ian. It's bloody Ian. Can't hear it no more. Just kill him.
Oh, that's not fair because I was going to ask him. I was doing control. Well, now, Terry, you have to answer because Ian's just playing the game that he can't unmute.
Should I ask him to unmute?
Well, no, I've clicked the button asking him, and he's just ignoring.
Oh, okay. A child.
What noise? What buzzing noise?
It's like the
That's a
game
child.
Big loading on the BBC computer
The ZX Spectrum.
or the ZX Spectrum, ZX81. Right, come on, Terry.
What was the question?
Why don't you charge what you're worth is what we're talking about. So, wonderful closing statement. Wonderful
close. All right, here we go. Okay.
Optimism. Joy.
Optimism. Right. Take the leap. You're worth it. And you know what? If you lose a couple of people, it doesn't matter because you're earning the same money anyway because you put your price up and you've had a morning off. So you're working for the same amount of money for less. So bonus all round.
I like that.
Okay, cool. Finally.
Your turn, Ian.
If you don't give it a go, you'll never know.
So you're talking about going indie?
Go, you never know. Hey, Ryan.
Or
Hey.
putting your price up or going independent. If you don't give it a go, you'll never know.
Kevin, nice and positive.
Positive.
Mm-hmm.
It's all been positive, isn't it?
I want
Yeah.
a positive.
When you say all,
I would like a nice positive thing from you.
You've got to come out your comfort zone every day.
But is it going to be just as comfortable in a different comfort zone?
You won't know until you've been there.
I know. I'll meet you there next week.
it's like Buddha.
I can't believe it's not Buddha.
Oh, God.
Good one, Ian.
I think this is it. It is a scary environment. It's a scary because we're on our own and it's just horrible. But there is joy out there. And yeah, I like what you both said. Well, all three of you. Just pound extra. Most people expect.
Don't say it might encourage you to just deliver a bit better because you think you have to deliver a bit extra because you're charging more now. So it might kind of push you along and help you develop.
And put your football boots in the back.
I put your foot boots in a bloody boot.
Football boots? Football boots?
K-pop qualify.
K-pop. Now you're talking. I don't know what I'm talking about, honestly.
Isn't that sacking?
Isn't that what?
Saki.
Oh, K-pop. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Right, the next one, 3rd of June, 6 p.m. Goodness only knows what Terry's going to be talking about. Probably male chickens again.
If he remembers.
Yeah, if he remembers to come.
Yeah, story of my life. Ah, dear.
So, yeah, we'd love to see you. Actually, if you do have any ideas, what follows on from this, if you could let me know, you could let one of the others know. Don't let Terry know because he's going to forget to tell me. And I'm the one who writes it down on a bit of Zoom something.
On a bit of Zoom.
On a bit of Zoom something, you know.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Right.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching.
See you later.
Yeah, see ya.
Adios.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Adios.